Hi, so let's see how our new CarPlay for McLaren works. So let's first open it. This is the CarPlay box. As you see, here we have one spot for the antenna. There is only one antenna on this one for Wi-Fi. And then here we have 3 connectors. And then on the other side there is nothing else. Keep in mind here the LED will be useful to know when you give power to the CarPlay when you're installing it, so this is very important. Next, under the cover here we have all the cables. So the first one is the microphone. This microphone over here you will need to connect with this AUX connector, and you can install it either on the A-pillar on the driver's side or above the center of the A-pillar, just where the mirror is. This is up to you to where you prefer installing it and how it's more convenient for you. The next is this cable over here. As you see, it also uses a jack. This is to connect to the microphone. Let me show you now where. This is the antenna, so to plug it in, it's quite simple. Just connect it and then you're done. You can also remove the sticker over here, then you can stick it where you prefer. Or you can leave it like this, this is up to you. Now that we prepared our wiring, we can connect everything. So let's start from the simple ones. This is the video, and this we have a male and a female. Now in the display part, we don't need to touch anything, we only need to work with the head unit now. So the head unit looks like this. As you see on the back, it has some connectors, and on the front there are others. So when we talk about the video, we talk about this one over here. As you see here, there is male. So we need to use our female to connect. You cannot go wrong with the direction because there is a specific shape. So once it's plugged, this one goes to the cable you will find here in the original car cabling. So this goes to the original car wiring that was supposed to go here before. After we connect this with this cable, we are done. Next step is to change to go to the USB part. Just before we connected our microphone to this AUX connector. Over here we have this yellow connector. You see here it's a little bit light yellow. And over the other wiring we have a connector which is a little bit darker. This lighter one is for the reverse camera if you have an aftermarket reverse camera. If you don't have it, you just don't care about it. If your car has original reverse camera, also don't care about it. And then this other this comes to the power supply wiring. The other one which goes to the USB is a little bit darker, so you can recognize like this. In everything else the shape is the same. The darker one is for the full radar, 360 degrees. So you will see that there is also some additional wiring which has written 360. This is in case your car has inside this kind of system, also aftermarket. If you don't have this kind of system, just don't care about any of those wires. Those wires you don't need to worry about. This is the USB female we need to connect to if you want to use CarPlay by wire. And that's it for this one. The last one is the most complex wiring. Over here we have one section which has power, and we are going to cover this later. First let's cover this one. As you see over here we have this connector with 6 pins. This connector we need to connect to this other wire that we got, like this. Then this other wire, the other exit is a jack, just like the one for the microphone. This goes in the glove box. In the glove box you will find there is a connector for this one. You just connect it there and you're okay. So this is one thing. Then over here, this is the one that goes to the head unit directly. So here it's pretty easy, just check the colors. Brown goes to brown, blue goes to blue. So here we have 2 brown. This one without pins goes to the connector. Once you insert like this, you can use this to close it. Now it's fixed. And then this one goes to where the wire that was here originally, used to be. So the original wire goes here, and this goes there. Blue, same logic, original wire goes here, and to the head unit we will use this one. Connection is also the same logic. So we insert it. We insert it like this, and then we can close it like this. And all three are connected. So what we got left, this one goes to the, for the video, goes to the original car's video. As you see, we are already connected here, so this is the other end. This one is for the communication, and this one is also for the communication. Those two both need to be connected to the original wiring of the car. So we have those three goes to the original wiring. Then this USB female, we can either use it or not, it's just for CarPlay. Whether you want to connect with Wi-Fi or not, that's up to you. This antenna is for Wi-Fi CarPlay, so you may want it. Microphone is connected over here. Reverse camera, if you have it in its aftermarket, goes over here. And then you're good to go. Remove 4 screws, these 2 and the other 2 screws back here. Here is a buckle, pull it up. Remove this screw. Here is a plug, disconnect the plug. Remove these 2 screws. Then take out the gear shift panel. Pull out 2 plugs inside. Here are 2 screws. Remove the ignition panel. Disconnect this plug. Remove those 2 screws. It may be a little bit tight when you remove it, so pay attention. Pull out the 2 buckles here. Disconnect the plug. These 2 screws are on the top and bottom. Also here 2 screws on top and bottom. There are 2 screws here. There are another 2 screws here. There are 2 screws in the back here. Remove them all and take it out by pulling down lightly. There's a screw just like that over there. In the same position, they are all diagonal. We can take this out after removing these 2 screws. Remove the bracket screws here and here. There are screws on both sides, then you can take it out entirely. Here is a plug, remember to disconnect it, otherwise you may damage it. Push it here, then pull it back. Remove all these 3 plugs first, take out the head unit. Unplug the original video cable. This is the audio cable, AUX audio cable. This gray interface connects to the audio cable. Plug the original screen video cable and the CarPlay video cable. Connect that unit to the black port in the middle. Plug the connectors by color, blue to blue, brown to brown. After that, install the only plug on the central panel. Put the plugs behind the head unit in its original position. This is the CarPlay microphone. Find a suitable position for this microphone. It can be installed in the A-pillar, on the driver's side, or where the mirror is. This is the USB cable for the CarPlay head unit. Put the USB connector in the glove box. Okay, so we connected this and the rest of the wiring like we are on the car. Now we turn it on the platform. As you see, CarPlay is flashing. And it started. So press this button for 3 seconds and we are in. And here we go, we are inside CarPlay already, so we can set up everything. Hi, today we are going to show you how to use our CarPlay on a McLaren system. Since our car is still under repair, we are going to show you on the table. So we prepared over here setup where we have the original head unit over here and the iris system over this computer. So let's give it power first and let's see McLaren origin system initializing. Okay, so here we are. We can normally use the iris system over here. But if we want to enter into our CarPlay module, all we have to do is to press this button for a couple of seconds. So 1, 2, 3, okay. And here we are. So now, as you see, it's in Chinese, but it will be based on the language you prefer, and we can change it easily from settings, then going over here and set it, for example, to English. So over here we have some useful function like the reverse camera. Normally it should be set to either OE camera or after loading track. This depends on the camera you're actually using. So if you have the OE camera option, is because your car is currently using the original rear reversing camera. If you're using an aftermarket reversing camera, then you need to select another option. Then let's pair it with our phone. First of all, select Bluetooth. And now we have the device name, K-Smart 3B2A. So we use our iPhone, open Bluetooth, and select K-Smart 3B2A. Now it's already connecting Carplay. Let's use Carplay. And now we are in. So, based on just like any other CarPlay, what we need to do is, for example, open an application. Then let's decide we want to use Apple Maps. And we want to make a trip. We can either use the touch screen of the iris, or we can talk to Siri, or we can do it through our phone. Let's try to input directly with our hands first. So first, let's start again from zero. Okay. So touchscreen is very convenient. In this aspect, the McLaren CarPlay is much better than the Ferrari one, because the Ferrari one will not be that interactive since there is no touchscreen. This makes it quite useful and quite cool, especially because the original iris interface is not that great, but it has good potential, as you see, because it works very well. It's quite fast. And then if you want to select, for example, phone, we can also make phone calls. We can either write the phone number and give it a call, and then we are going to receive a call. The next step is going to be trying to call Siri to ask us to do something for us. So now that Siri knows my voice, we can try to use it. Hey Siri, send me direction to the nearest gas station. And here we are. Hey Siri, call 133-8183-6397. Okay. So as you see, we can also ask it to make phone calls and everything. So this is pretty much how the CarPlay works. If you're having issues when using the microphone, you may want to know about this tip. To go out back to the original system, just press this button and you're out. So in this way you can be in and out. And then if you want to change the settings, you go back in over here. Just press one time and you can get to settings, then select on system, factory mode. Echo cancellation. And this will be the procedure you need to follow. Once you finish the procedure, the recalibration of the microphone will be done, and if you have any problem before, it will be sorted. Just press on start and follow it.